Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week, we're working on some more Trench Crusade, the mercenary faction. Yeah, you know what? This is probably, those big guys were some of my favorites, and actually that whole set is pretty freaking cool. And this next guy is the Observer, and he wears this helmet so he can hear the voice of God. Man, what? So he can give the advantage to his teammates, or get the other people to do what he wants through the voice of God, or he knows what's going to happen, where they're going to attack, sees the future kind of thing. Wild. I like to see this in the gameplay. But this guy's cool. He's just a bunch of metallics and some drab colors. Anyway, let's knock it out. Please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And I'll catch you guys in there. Alright, here we go. When the need is great, the Synod of Strategic Prophecy sends their famed observers to support the war effort. This order of warrior monks lives a life of absolute solitude, sharpening their minds and bodies to make themselves living weapons in the hand of God. There he is. Alright, Trench Crusade. These guys are pretty wild. I mean, these warrior monks, they wear these crazy helmets to hear the voice of God, and then it helps, I don't know, the guys on the battlefield. It sways either the heretics or the regular people. I don't know. Crazy lore. These guys are some of my favorite. Again, these mercenary guys, I'm just really loving it. So, what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to make him grimdark, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with his armor, and that will be a base of dark bronze. And then we're going to keep everything kind of metallic, as you saw with the colors. We have a few colors for the red. He's got a little shield here. He may have a cross that I might do, and then I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the eyes. I'm going to leave them black, or am I going to do a color? Not quite sure, but the only real color to this model is going to be his red little armor plate right there. So, anyway, alright, let's do it. Alright, so we're going to get a quick base down here real quick. Real simple. It goes on real nice there. You got to be real careful around the edges, not too much around the helmet and the other stuff here. Yeah, this is a nice color. I like it. These arms. This is metal. I think right here he's got some cloth, so I'll do some cloth there. Some drab brown is what I pulled out for that, I believe. His hands, yep, they're armored. I know it's all nice and shiny now, but we'll fix that. Alright, as I finish up this base of this dark bronze, you know, took me about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Taking my time just a little bit here. And remember, we've got to come back and do these lenses. And I haven't decided what color we're going to do that. Anyway, that looks really nice. That's the dark bronze. I like it. Alright, so now let's move on. Let's see, let's get the silver, or I'm going to use, actually, let's take a look over here. I'm going to give this magnesium a shot as a base for this for this chainmail. Maybe. I'm going to check it out first, and I may end up switching up to dark aluminum just to keep a color change. And, oh, that's coal black. We don't want coal black. We want dark silver. You know what? I'm going to check this out real quick. This may be too gold for what I'm looking for here. So, anyway, it'll be one of these two, and I'll let you know. All right, let's do it. Alright, I've decided to pull in a different color of this dark camel green, and I'm going to use this dark camel green on that cape just to give this a little cover. I considered doing it drab brown, and I also considered doing it coal black, but I kind of like the green just to get a little color, and it might give a little contrast to the red when we get it on that arm shield. So let's take a look at this dark green. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so you can't really go wrong with drab colors, and this dark camo green is a very drab color, especially when it dries. I know it looks real bright right now, but it's really gonna dull down here in just a second once this starts drying. And I've seen a couple of these done green, and I really liked it. And it was more of an olive green, and this is a camo green, so we'll have to see. And again, you don't have to be too careful. You don't have to get your paint too covered over the black, because you know you're gonna get some wash, and it gives it that dark look. All right. So let's take a look for a second. Let me get some more on the front here, so I can see it from the front. Being careful, but you probably don't really need to be. Alright, let's get this all the way down the front here, so I can take a look. Alright, let's see. Yeah, see, that looks nice. That looks really good with the green. And when we get that over there, it's really going to be contrasty on that shield and show off that church insignia. All right, let's finish with the green. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of dark umber for the staff here, or the javelin. And we'll come back and we'll make that look really kind of rusted up. But I want to use a dark brown base for the color. All right, and I didn't show this in the lineup, but here it is. I'm introducing a few colors to the lineup: the camel green, the dark umber, and God, was there another one? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I do introduce sometimes. I change my mind in the middle of the process, and boom, here we go. And dark umber is one of them. So let's do the staff. All right, let's do it. You know what? Like I did on the last trench Crusade models, I'm gonna go ahead and push forward with this dark umber with his boots, and I believe he's got a little bit of cloth right here. Get that right now while I'm doing it. I don't really think I need to worry about that too much. So do that, and then we'll hit his boots, and then we're gonna hit these. He's got a couple boards here, as you can see, like right there. There's one. There's another one, and he's standing on that. So let's hit those up. All right, let's do it. Just doing a little bit of dirty work here, just to kind of keep in consistent with the cape. This looks really good, and this is just still that dark umber, and we're just dirtying up that armor and the cape. Alright, so we did the burnt red on the shoulder, and you know, looking at it, you can leave it as is. It's got that worn look because, you know, it's drying and the black is kind of showing through, so it's still giving it that worn look. And you can leave it as is and move forward. But you know what we like to do here, we like to take it just a little step further. So I've got a little bit of this red oxide that I'm going to mix with that burnt red, and then I'm going to come back with, yep, power red, and I'm going to make it pop just a little bit, just around that insignia and those stars. Alright, let's do it. Alright, now I'm going to do just straight red oxide just around, maybe on the bottoms right here. I'm going to keep it closer where it's still, you know, hasn't faded. And then we're going to come back and we're going to use some gold probably to bring that insignia and those stars out. And we're just kind of stippling on here, just being real random. Alright, there we go. That's looking really, really nice. Alright, I always have to find a place to put my rubber paint. I love my rubber paint, and the perfect spot is that antenna. And we will use rubber for the antenna, and we'll highlight it with rubber highlight. Alright, let's do it. Alright, there we go. Really quick, real fast. We got all the base colors down, even a little bit of detail with the mud and stuff like that. I did go on the bottom of his boots and put a little rubber down there just to give it a different color, just, you know, to break up the color there. And you saw I did the brass mixture on the shells there. I put a little metallic on the bolts. Other than that, and we did pretty much finish up the red. We did do the base, the mid, and kind of the highlight. But other than that, it's just all base colors. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to move in and we're going to work on that armor, and we're going to use a little bit of bronze and light bronze just here and there to give it a little bit of flair. And then again, we're going to come back with wash, and we're going to dirty this guy up even more. All right, let's do it. Now we're going to move in just a little and be real careful here. Just clip that little crown. It's a crown and a sword. And 3 stars. I'm just kind of touching it right now, just barely touching it. Just to give it a little bit of metallic sheen for right now, and then I'll get some more. And this has a little bit of brown mixed into it. Alright, let's alright, stay right there. Let's try this. Barely touch it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Got a little mixture of some red and
some brown, and I'm just putting them in the crevices here and there to give it that rusty look. And then we're going to go back with some wash and we're going to do the same thing again. Yeah, this stuff's really nice. I like the way this is working out. So, yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but in the crevices it's nice and red and rusty. Exactly where we're looking, what we're looking for here. Okay, so let's get this crevice right here just a little bit. Nice, there we go. Alright, separate those. Get a little bit on the helmet. Just on the bottom side. Oops. Just on the bottom here. Right across the back. Let it pool up a little bit in some areas. Yeah, this is nice. Very, very subtle. Alright, there we go. Grimed him out. I used a lot of that pigment, stuffed it in the crevices, went back over with a little bit of water. Like right here, it's a little much. Just use your hand, right? Use your fingers. It doesn't need to be nice. Man, he's looking good. That's nice. He's still a little glossy for me, so what I'm going to do is my typical matte varnish. So I'm going to let that wash dry a little bit, and I'm going to come back with my Ultra Matte AK and hit it. This is looking really nice. And then I'm going to go back and touch up some of those rivets and those bolts and just make it pop. I'm glad we went with the lens here, the black lens, because that's more like the art, and I really like doing that. See that there? We kind of did the same thing. Look at that. Yeah, that man, looking good. All right, so let's push forward and get the matte varnish on there and get the touch-ups and get it on the spinner. All right, now I'm just doing little touch-ups. Maybe just here and there. Well, there you have it, guys. Observer from the Trench Crusade. Man, this guy, these recluse warrior monks, man, when they're summoned to the battlefield, watch out. These guys are trouble. These guys will take you can't hit them. They can see everything you're gonna do. Man, cool, and what a cool little paint. I love this grim, dark, and dirty stuff. And you know, it's funny. I find myself just as involved in where to put the dirty stuff as if I'm painting a regular model where I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to be careful with the dirty stuff. Anyway, I just find that hilarious. Anyway, we've got some more Trench Crusade. God, what do I have coming up? I've got this, I don't know, this general dude. I'm not quite sure what he is. Let's see. Actually, I have a card right here. This guy is the White Witch Burner General. We'll be doing him next week. Stay tuned for that. And I think we're going to go the red route. And I think we're going to go only stippling. We're just going to stick with stippling the red. We're going to do our same tricolor, maybe 4 or 5 colors sometimes. But we're going to do stipple instead of painting on. Anyway, stay tuned for that, guys. Please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And I'll catch you next week.